Hey guys, Angel and Bear say hi. I want to take a stab at doing some movie reviews, and I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to be talking about, the effects of what it's like when you have something like this. For those of you that don't know, I'm really big into subwoofers, if you can't tell, and there's really just a handful of subwoofers that can really do the job. And anyway, I see a lot of people talking about, oh, I have to run my center channel hot to hear the dialogue and stuff like that. And that's true. A lot of times you have to run the center channel hotter, or you can turn up the dialogue. It just kind of depends. Some AVRs have a dialogue option where you can turn that up, and that helps. It also helps for, if you're watching at night and you don't want to be too loud for the neighbors and whatnot. But there are some movies where you don't have to do that. Okay, some movies that do their dialogue extremely well, and one of them is Avatar. Not only is it in 3D, which is amazing. I just had my Vizio, just check out, I guess, and it's been one of the better things that have happened to me. This LG TV, it's a 4K 3D, and wow, the difference is impressive. Now, I will say that it has some flashlighting issues up in the upper left corner, so it's not perfect. But, man, the usability is much faster and everything. But the point about the TV is that, the clarity that you get from 4K 3D is just impressive. It was really quite an experience. But with Avatar, it was really good. The dialogue, I gotta say, is spot on. I didn't feel the need to turn up the dialogue or make the center channel hot. It was just well done. And there are movies like that are just well mixed. And to the guys that mixed this movie, fantastic job. I mean, it was great. The sound was always balanced. There's proper bass when there should be bass. It wasn't some of the higher hitting bass. I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Ragnarok. Or whatever it is. It's a movie that has just gobs of bass, and it's great for testing your system. But on that movie, I feel the need to actually dial the bass down, and it's just a little bit heavy. And nothing wrong with it; it's okay. But as far as Avatar goes, very balanced, very appropriate through everything. I did run it a little hotter on the subwoofer. I did it twice. I watched it once with the subwoofer like really hot, and it was cool. It was fun. But even my cousin noticed. He's like, that was a little hot, and he's not nearly as obsessive about it as I am. So I turned it back down. I rewatched some scenes, and he was right. It was definitely a little too hot. I just run it the way I listen to music and stuff. So, and if you guys have any questions about settings and things like that, check out my website on the how to set up your new subs. And in there, I go over how to get your bass set up for you. How hot I run my subs might be different from how hot you want to run yours. And basically, there's some techniques in there I talk about, and once you get it right with music, it tends to be right with home theater. Not always, you know what I mean? Not always, but it for me, it's a good baseline. It kind of gives me a good feel for what the levels need to be. So anyway, guys, that's my thing on Avatar. I think it's a great movie. Obviously, it's it's pretty popular, so it's kind of an easy review to do, right? But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and please subscribe.